Welcome to the Bullpen. This is our monthly conversation about markets as we bring in Tommy Grisafi from Advanced Trading. Tommy, as always, we appreciate this chance to connect.
Hey, Don. Great to be with you. It's June was a very interesting month, and I can't believe we're already talking 4th of July and that June's over.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We've had ups and downs in this market during the past month. There just seems to be kind of a malaise over this market. The attitude just doesn't want to get us bullish anywhere we go. What's holding down this trade as you look at it, Tommy?
Well, a lot of old crop bushels. We had a two-part number on Friday. We had ending stocks. We found out we have extra, and then we had extra acres. So we got a little extra of everything. The American farmer, world farmer, got caught holding some grain. When prices go up, it creates confusion and panic on the end user that they're paying up to buy, panic on the seller. I'm afraid if I sell this at $6 a bushel, it'll be worth $7 tomorrow, and my neighbors will laugh at me. Well, in the end, when we trade at these higher prices, they stop selling. It sounds weird. When markets go up, farmers actually stop selling or sell less. And when they drop, they go, how the heck did I forget to sell my product? And it's not just an American thing. It's a world thing. It's not just a North Dakota thing. It's a psychology. So great hedgers are phenomenal sellers, and it helps to be great at producing the bushel. So it goes back to something I've known you for a few years now, Don, and we talk about being in the bushel business. If you want to be great at marketing, grow a ton of bushels. Once you have a ton of bushels and you get used to year after year of being great at producing bushels, you better be marketing grain like you're awesome. And then you better buy good crop insurance and good this and good that, because everything around you needs to be awesome. And if you have that defeatist mindset that you're not good at growing bushels, you're not good at marketing, and Mother Nature hates you, which sometimes she does. I know it hailed by you guys the other day. Then you start to market grain that way. And so my best clients who market grain well like themselves and think they're good at farming. And I really believe they do. And you know what I mean when I say that? It's not like they're egomaniacs. They really plan on being great at farming.
You know, it seems like this entire spring, we had a nice open winter. Guys were expecting an early spring, and then we've had rain, it seems like, every third day. And then we got inundated, a week, 10 days ago. They're still recovering from some of the flooding issues in southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa, southeast South Dakota. But still, that philosophy of rain makes grain seems to be what's the prevalent thought in the trade, isn't it?
Yeah. This market would go up 10 times faster if that whole United States was in the drought map, right? And so the fact it's cold up by you, but when you look at the drought monitor map, that'll come out Thursday. We'll be closed. Maybe we'll get a drought monitor map Friday. But nonetheless, take last week's. Even areas in Kansas that were really needing rain have had some really beneficial rains this year. I don't even know that anywhere in corn growing region there's a drought. There's too much rain. When you see pictures of 29 being closed by Omaha, and there's flooding and there's cold weather, that may become a really bullish story in the end. But if you're really bullish because all of America has moisture, that's your timing might be off. That might be a 6-month or 12-month out from now bullish story.
Of course, we had a couple of crop reports last week with acreage and stocks. We have a supply-demand report, I believe, out on the 12th of July. These summer numbers, what impact do they have on us?
Well, a large one. Well, first of all, embarrassed that the USDA didn't get that number out to all of us timely. You have traders, speculators, end users, farmers, risk managers, CTAs, hedge funds, all trying to have equal access to that number and make a decision, and they botched it up. So I don't know. I think the USDA has 100,000 employees. I'm not sure what they're all doing. You talk to the heads of the USDA pretty often. I'll let Don Wick ask him. But nonetheless, when we did get the number, it was extremely bearish corn. It was bearish in the sense that we have too much. That one's on the farmer. Whether the USDA released that number at 11 or 1107, farmers are just mad that we had too much corn, and they're the ones who are holding the too much corn. So it's easy to pick on the USDA. The truth is, no matter what time they released that number, they told us we have too much corn, and the farmer planted a lot of extra corn acres.
What are we seeing around the globe? What are you looking at worldwide as far as having some influence on this market, Tommy?
Great question, Don. At Advanced Trading, I hear him talk about second crop safrina. Dr. Cesar Cruz, does specials with us at ATI and ATI Pro Media. Just you watch how when if someone does a tender for wheat, what countries offer to sell them wheat and at what prices. We're non-competitive there. So even though Russia's had some problems, of course, all eyes on Russia. How bad is their wheat crop? We're not exactly best of friends with them right now, so I don't know that we'll know that. But there was definitely some losses in wheat to Russia. So keep an eye on Russian wheat, South America, of course, America, and then demand, right? We got to, if prices are low, where's all this demand? I noticed we sold some corn to maybe Colombia today. That was interesting.
Let's switch to these outside markets, Tommy. We've always looked at interest rates and their influence on the marketplace. Obviously, it seems like the Fed is being very cautious as we move through the balance of this year.
Yeah, we haven't lowered rates. We're coming into, it's July, about 150 days to the election. Not that the Federal Reserve is going to do anything. The Fed can't save a presidential candidate like that. You and I talked on my show, my Saturday show, on ATI Pro Media about switching candidates. I actually think there's a higher chance of that than I asked you 2 weeks ago. Do you think we'll switch a presidential candidates on either party? And you really said confidently that you didn't think it could happen. I think that could still happen, and that's something that could throw a wrench in the works. So
certainly after the debate, I think some of the powers that be in the Democratic Party. What's that?
Have your opinions changed a little bit?
It still is Biden's decision if he wants to get out. He has all the delegates. So I know he has sat down with Jill and the rest of the family, but they seem pretty adamant that they want to stick this out. Then the question gets to be, even if he does decide to leave, who gets that job? Is it the governor from California? Is it the vice president? There's a lot of people that have their hands up that would want to move into that role, but it's not like the senior officials in the Democratic Party can just kind of lay hands on somebody and make them the golden child to run in this election. So it still is difficult. And I think we've got the Republican convention going on this month in this month of July. The Dems have their convention in August. Congress is out on their recess during the month of August as well, and we're still working on trying to get a farm bill done without very much time left on that congressional calendar. So a lot of work has to get done on the policy side of things. I know we're focused here on markets, but to me it's always interesting to see what's happening in D.C., and there's just a lot of variables right now.
Right. So when we talk about wrapping up the month of June and doing the bullpen, that was definitely a twist. I mean, that debate, I would never wish for a current sitting president to do bad, or anyone. I mean, you want to see two strong people who are smart and witty, and you want them to, it wasn't good. I can't find a person to say that was a great performance.
No, even the most faithful Democrats have to admit that was a very weak performance by the current president. It makes it pretty interesting. I think just staring at that screen, what was it, last Thursday night? You're kind of wondering, is this our choice? I mean, but it's too late, Tommy. We're really into this whole process. Like I said, Biden would have to make that decision himself to leave, and I very much doubt that's going to happen. That's just my view at this point.
Right. So, yeah, we'll keep our eyes on that when we do this in one more month. That'll be something we'll be talking about for sure. And that's affecting markets. So your original question was about interest rates or something, and I took us down a different route. But you and I do a lot of these recordings, and it's interesting that people just either all the talking heads on all the people who used to be reporters at a network who are now independent, I don't know where they're getting their sources from, but they're pretty well connected. So we'll see. Nonetheless, I want America to do well. I want the American farmer to do well. And with prices like this is tough sledding for the American farmer.
No doubt. Well, again, we're into a new month. Anything else we should be focused on as we go through this month ahead, Tommy?
Yeah, that's a great question. Have a plan for bushels you can't store. So folks out there, if you have bushels you can't store, you have to have a plan for that. If you need re-ownership or re-ownership strategy, be prepared to sell rallies. And don't underestimate how much more the market can go down. Don't underestimate how quickly the market could go up. Be flexible then.
Tell us quickly about ATI Pro Media, how folks can subscribe to your services.
Yeah, so you go to www.atipromedia.com. We do a daily live show that's free to the general public, but we have premium content that's $30 a month, and we provide 6 videos a week, actionable text, a morning newsletter, and then also another newsletter on Saturday. So we're providing pay-for content for $1 a day, trying to educate farmers, ranchers, and overall people who are interested in becoming better at agriculture.
Great information. Tommy, thanks so much. Appreciate it as always. Have a good 4th.
See you, buddy.
Tommy Grisafi with us. I'm Don Wick. That's the bullpen as we talk markets here on the Red River Farm Network.